This video shows how to use deconstructing word questions for Year 4 to create lessons that help children to be able to answer word questions. So when you order the resource, you receive this PDF file. This has got all the tasks for the children to complete on. It's really important that you also click here to download the task build-up file. That's got the either as a PowerPoint file or a Google Slides file, because they've got all the interactive whole class teaching elements. So if you download the file in the format that's most useful for you. So let's have a look at the structure of a lesson. Build 1 and Build 2 are from the PowerPoint and the Google Slides file, and they're the interactive whole class teaching elements. And then Task A, Task B versions 1 and 2, and the Extend task come from printing the PDF files. So we start with Build 1. I'll show you some of the build up here. This one around division context, 20 people on each carriage of the train. The train has a certain number of carriages. How many people on the train? Just 20 divided by missing number or 20 multiplied by missing number. Children vote on that, think about it, vote on it, and we see actually this time it's a multiplication. 20 times 5 when the number's revealed, and there's the bar model to represent that. And we have another question for discussion. Mr. Harris is making booklets. He's 40 pieces of paper, each booklet has some pages. Which one is it? The children vote on that one. We see the numbers revealed, bar model, and there's another example as well. But that leads into Task A, which is a task for the children to discuss. And I always give Task A out for children in pairs for them to discuss, and they have a look, which answer can they explain the mistake? Now this one, a little twist at the end. So if a question has the word shared, you always divide. So this pair of children said, yes, that's always true. And then they actually looked at the top left example and realized, well, there it says some sweets are shared by 3 friends. Each friend got 12 sweets. How many sweets in total? So that's not true, because that one's a multiplication question. And we have discussion around Task A. And that then leads us into Build 2, which is, again, the next whole class interactive teaching element. And we have a look at these questions, and the children have to think, is this a 1-step question or a 2-step question? A market stall had 80 apples, 20 of the apples were green. The apples were packed in bags of apples. We see that's a 1-step, and it's a division. With the numbers revealed, it's 80 divided by 4, and we recognize this information is not relevant to the question here. So it's just a 1-step question, even though there are 3 different numbers. Then we have a look at another one. A bakery made 80 cookies. They put 20 cookies out in the bakery to sell. They packed the others into bags. Oh, it's a 2-step question, subtraction and division. And then we see the numbers revealed, and we see step 1, step 2, and the answer. And then this leads into children's independent practice. So for the questions, the children have either Task B version 1 or Task B version 2. Task B version 1 has got more scaffold there for the children to make specific choices and explain mistakes. And then there's less challenge in the calculation, whereas Task B version 2 a little harder in that respect. The children's extension is to look at the questions and think, well, how many steps in the questions? Which question was easier, which was harder, and why? And then there's an extend task for the children to get into, where they have to think, have I found an answer? Have I found different answers? Have I found all the answers? So hopefully that shows not just the structure of this lesson, but the generic structure to the whole deconstructing word questions resources.